The making of a market. Francel is ever looking upward toward new heights for the Firmament.
Cat, 'tis always a pleasure to see you here in the Firmament. You'll be pleased to hear that this district is home to an ever-growing number of thoroughly satisfied residents, thanks in no small part to your tireless efforts on our behalf. In particular, I am proud to say that we have spared no effort to realize Lady Hilda's idea of a place where one and all can have a roof over their head and food in their belly, provided they are willing to work hard and make an honest living. Seeing as things are progressing most swimmingly on that front, I have decided to turn my eye to Lord Briadian's most astute recommendation, encouraging the flow of goods and services so as to build a thriving economy that will serve as the area's lifeblood. As such, Ishgardian and his men have been hard at work putting the final touches on the ward I have dubbed Featherfall, which is to serve as the Firmament's center of commerce and trade. There is but one remaining issue to resolve. Namely, how we might distinguish our own marketplace from the jeweled crozier. After all, if we hope to attract vendors and customers alike to the Firmament, we must offer something that they cannot already find at a more established location. After giving the matter considerable thought, it struck me. What if we were to bring in merchants from the realm over to ply their trade here, that Featherfall might be the Holy Sea's new hub of foreign trade? It is a most inspired idea, would you not say? And, if you would not disapprove, I would ask you to accompany me as our designated emissary to the 3 city-states. After all, who better to convince our esteemed guests to make the journey here to Ishgard than one of your influence and prestige?
All right, I'll do it. And if you would not disapprove, or quite honestly, even if you would, I will be accompanying you as well. Oh.
Lord Charlemagne! It is far from my place to object, but for whatever reason the Count of Durindare wished to come along on our humble expedition, particularly in light of your honored house's rather, shall we say, conservative views towards the expansion of foreign trade.
I'll thank you for not... Oh my god. I'll thank you not to make assumptions about the interests of my house, Lord Francel. I have always acted in what I believe to be my homeland's best interests, and I will continue to do so. Mayhap House Durindare did not give the warmest of welcomes to outsiders at the Observatorium and White Brim Front, but I assure you that we took only the necessary precautions to defend the sea from external threats at a time of war. Surely the savior of Ishgard can understand our position. At any rate, the war is over, and our nation has entered a new age. I am not inclined to sit idly by as House Durindare is left behind the times. And yet, at this most vital of junctures, my son and heir remains lost at sea, and my cousins are either too young or unworldly for the task, and so it falls to me to see to matters myself. I dare say there is some merit for you as well. After all, whatever negotiations you intend to conduct, they can only be aided by the presence of the head of Ishgard's highest of high houses. I trust you have no objections.
Your offer of assistance is most generous, Lord Charlemagne. I would not dream of refusing it.
Of course not. We depart at once, yes. I've heard Gridania is most lovely at this time of year.
Yes, my intention was always to begin our expedition at our closest neighbor. I have it on good word that an establishment there known as the Carline Canopy would be a suitable...
The Carline Canopy, it is then. Do not take Do take care not to lag behind, yes.
Lord Charlemagne, wait.
All right.
Hoy and toity.
So, this is Gridania. Why, it is even more verdant and lush than I had imagined.
A danker, gloomier city I can scarce imagine. I am glad I do not live here. And yet,
Says the one from the snow?
whatever. And yet this nation is home to a great number of our own kind. Convincing an Elysian trader or two to come to Ishgard will be done in less than the time it takes for an afternoon tea. To start, I will enlist the services of one of the locals. Feel free to come along, Lord Fancel. Mayhap you'll learn something.
Wait, Lord Charlemagne. Oh dear, Cat. This is precisely what I was afraid of. I did some research before our departure. No doubt this is common knowledge to you, but I read that Gridanians are the reserved types who do not warm easily to outsiders. You know, racists.
Yep.
If perhaps not to the degree of our own people. You know, ultra-racists.
Religious racists.
I fear the Count, for all his good intentions, might sour the local populace on our offer before we can even make it. Come, we must stop him.
Yeah. You there. I'm looking to speak with one of our nation's most prominent traders. Tell me where I might find such a person and be quick about it. I'm a busy man.
I'm not in the habit of entertaining outsiders. But rude, arrogant ones least of all. Bugger off and do it yourself.
Yeah, fair. What? Why, the sheer gall of that woman.
All due respect, Lord Charlemagne, we are guests in this land, just as you and I were once wary of outsiders like good Cat here, so too are these people wary of us. In the world outside the Holy See, our titles or the prestige of our houses will avail us no special privilege. Mayhap it would behoove us to conduct our affairs with a measure of humility. But I fear we have already aroused the suspicion of the townspeople. Let us try our luck at another location. Mayhap one of the guilds for which this place is so well known.
A guild, you say? Very well. Let us stop blithering and be off. Yeah, your privilege does nothing here. Oh.
Yes, this place seems rather lively. No doubt we can find someone willing to assist us here. I beg your pardon, my esteemed sir. I am a humble visitor from Ishgard, and I was wondering if I might trouble you with a question or two. What's that now? Wait. Can it be? Lord Francel? Ah, it is you. Whatever brings you to the Twelveswood? What? Pray forgive me, I do not believe I have had the pleasure. You wouldn't know me, but I sure know you. During the war, I plied my trade as a sellsword at Camp Dragonhead. You often came to dine at Lord Horshafond, R.I.P.'s invitation, yes?
Aww.
Aye, that I did. Lord Horshafond, may he rest in peace, was a most benevolent man. There were few things he enjoyed more than sharing a good meal in the company of his friends and his men alike. Aye, and I was one of them. I fondly remember the times I sat at his table, sharing in his meat and mead. In the warmth of his hall and his company, for a moment you could forget the bitter cold outside. It's a memory that stayed with me to this day, long after I returned to Gridania and hung up my blade. Lord Horshafond, may he rest in peace, was a great man, and I had hoped to return to Ishgard one day to visit him.
Aww. Good, he knows.
But then the news of his tragic passing arrived. Even now I find it hard to believe he's gone. I as well, my friend. Not a day goes by that I do not think of him and the kindness he showed me in the darkest of days. And though I will forever mourn his passing, I take solace in knowing that his sacrifice was not for naught. For because of those like him and Kat here, the war is at long last over, and our nation welcomes a new age of enlightenment and restoration. So it is that we come here to fair Gridania, in hopes of establishing trade that will benefit both our nations. Might you perhaps know of any merchants or traders who might be interested in exploring such a possibility? Do I ever? And nothing would please me more than to be able to return the kindness that your countrymen showed me. It just so happens that I do work for Black Rabbit Traders these days. Perhaps you've heard of them. My centre's in charge there, and she's always looking for promising new business partners. Just wait here, I'll bring her right over. My good man, it's as if the gods themselves sent you to us. If she does not mind the imposition, I would be honoured to lead this lady my centre.
I don't know this lady. All right. Oh, that's the end of this one then. Oh my god.
I trust that you've met this lady my centre, Kat. Do you suppose she'll be receptive to our offer?
I don't think I've met her. I've only met Jiva.
So you're the guest from Ishgard I've heard so much about. I am Macenta of Black Rabbit Traders fame. I hear you have a business proposition for me.
It is a pleasure and honour both to make your acquaintance, Lady my centre. And I am Francel de Helenart, and I have the privilege of overseeing the reconstruction of our fair city, a task which includes building a thriving economy. To that end, I wish to invite the realm's preeminent trading concerns to establish outposts in our new commercial district. If it please you, will you not consider bringing your operations to Ishgard?
I'd heard you Ishgardians opened your borders, but quite frankly, I wasn't expecting to receive such an eager and enthusiastic proposition. And it's an interesting one, I'll grant you that. Still, as much as I'd like to be of aid, I run a business here, not a charity. And so I'm forced to ask, why should I expand to Ishgard? What do you offer that other places do not?
A well-founded concern, of course. Be assured that our nation offers businesses many opportunities. For example,
You'll have immediate access to the finest Ishgardian wares, or Ishgardian nobles are notorious spendthrifts. I'll say the finest Ishgardian wares. Immediate access. She may not like nobles, I don't know.
Now that you mention it, I dare say that Ishgardian furs and fine cuisine could command a high price here in Gridania. All right, Kat here's convinced me. The Black Rabbit will come to Ishgard.
Thank you, Lady my centre. You do us a kindness that we will not soon forget.
You can spare me the flowery words. I'm only looking out for my own business interests, as I trust you are as well, no? In any event, I'd best be going. We'll have to take a full inventory to determine which of our fine goods to bring from north. As they say, the traders do not smile on those who tarry.
Thank you ever so much, my friend. I could never have done this without you. Lady my centre's question was only to be expected, yet I found myself at a loss. Your impeccable knowledge of the realm and calmness under pressure have served us well once more.
You have succeeded here despite the involvement of houses Helenart and Fortemps. Not because of it. The citizens of the Sultanate are far more discerning, but fear not. I will show you how negotiations among the upper crust are truly done. Gross. Alright. Guess we go to Ulta. Let me cross your offers. Oh no. Dislike that. Dealings in the desert. Francel's eager to return to the road.
Our sojourn in Gridania has been most fruitful, but it is time we take to the road again. I hear that I hear that they call Uldar the jewel of the desert, and that it is a bustling center of trade and commerce. I can scarce wait to see what opportunities await us there.
I have it on good account that the Sultanate is an affluent and cultured nation, with a populace that places due importance on status and lineage. Unlike the rabbits here, its people will no doubt afford me the respect I deserve. Okay, bitch.
According to my research, the market district of Uldar is centered around a location known as the Ruby Road Exchange. I propose that we make that our first destination. As you may know, the exchange has quite a long and storied history. It is also conveniently located just a stone's throw from the airship landing where we had touched down.
Yes, let us be off already. I am like to fall asleep as if I stand around here any longer listening to your ramblings.
I will punch you. Don't you disrespect Francel. Okay, I'll head over there and make my way. Oh, we can just teleport. I don't need to actually take the airship.
Why, I've never seen such a spectacular array of exotic goods and crafts.
Do those girls dressed only in their undergarments show no shame? And the uncouth lot gawping at them are no better. I was led to believe this was a cultured society. The array of wares is respectable, I'll allow, but I've no interest in dealing with threadbare peddlers. Let us find ourselves a trader with a proper pedigree. But how in the Fury's name do people survive in this stifling heat? I shall go and secure our business partner post-haste, the sooner to take my leave of this blasted desert. You two may wait for me at an alehouse or the like, but do not make yourselves overly comfortable. It will not take long.
Okay, it is nighttime, so it's probably freezing. Oh, no, it's daytime now. Okay, never mind. Just kidding.
Oh dear, there he goes again. I am loath to trouble you once more, Cat, but would you be so kind as to go after him? Without your presence, I fear he may less than endear himself to the locals, not unlike in Gridania. Having lived my entire life in Ishgard, I am painfully aware of my own limitations when it comes to interacting with those who share a different cultural background. I fear that the Count de Durandere has, shall we say, not yet come to this realization.
No.
I believe he ran off in the direction of Emerald Avenue, was it? I shall head to the quicksand in the meantime and see what news I might glean there. Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Destination. Okay.
You there. You know something of these parts, yes? I seek to do business with a trader possessed of a reputation worthy of my great house. You will introduce one to me at once.
I'd be more than pleased to, friend. And pray tell, how much is this introduction worth to you?
Worth? You would demand payment for your piddling knowledge?
You don't know how things work round here, do you, old man? In Uldar, information's a commodity like any other, and a bloke only gets as much as he's willing to pay for. Clearly the knowledge I've got is worth something to you, else you wouldn't be standing here before me. So we return to the question, how heavy is your coin purse feeling today?
I look ready to fight. Oh my god.
Do you know
Allow
who
me
it
to
is?
I think I do.
allow me to handle this old boy.
Yep! It's a Manolane! Ah! Fucking a Manolane and then small precious bean.
Well met, my friend. How do you fare this fine day?
Indeed, my favourite Ishgardian. Come to pick old Wyman's brain about the latest happenings here in the Sultanate. Of course, I'm happy to oblige in exchange for whispers you've heard around the Holy See.
Only a Manolane calls us old boy for whatever fucking reason.
Any other day and I would gladly trade rumors with you. Today, however, I meant only to offer a word of warning. That man is none other than the lord of the highest of our high houses. He breathes political intrigue and sups on machination. And believe me when I say you do not wish to make an enemy of him. But don't take my word for it. Just ask our friend Kat.
I will say I have not seen a Manolane look any better than he does in this.
You're so far away.
I am so far away. I'm intimidating from a distance.
7 healths. On second thought, don't bother taking out your coin purse. Whatever you're offering, it's more than clear it ain't worth the trouble. And now, if you don't mind, I've more pressing matters to attend to.
A wise decision, if I do say so myself. And worry not. I shall return before long with the rumors from the Holy See you so desire. Till next time, my friend. Fancy meeting you here, old boy. I would never have expected to find you in the company of the illustrious Count de Derndare. Whatever it is the occasion.
I might ask you the same. Does the philandering son of the House Fortomp intend to upstage his betters?
Why, Lord Charlemont, you wound me. Rest assured that I meant not only to spare you from the potentially inexpedient encounter. Purveyors of information in these parts are inevitably sharper than they let on. If they judge you to be less than knowledgeable about your surroundings, they will not hesitate to take advantage.
If I needed the help of a self-indulgent stripling, I'd have asked for it.
But I must ask, old boy, what brings you to the jewel of the desert with the good Count at your side? What manner of information, pray tell, were you hoping to glean from our friend Wyman? Lord Francel is looking to stimulate commerce and trade in the Firmament? Well, why didn't you come to me sooner? Do you think so little of your comrade, Manolane? Allow me to explain. My dear brother suggested that I might employ my considerable skill in mingling among the upper crust to more, shall we say, productive ends. After all, social gatherings are a prime opportunity of overhearing choice tidbits of rumor and gossip. The point being that I have acquainted myself with no small end of prestigious merchants and traders, including many who I believe would be most amenable to the idea of expanding their operations to Ishgard. I dare say that more than a few of them have most fetching daughters as well.
And Manolane?
At any rate, you need trouble yourself no further. I will reach out to the parties in question and make the necessary arrangements. In return, I ask only that you convince Lord Francel to put in a good word with the lovely Lady Laniet on my behalf. A fair enough exchange, is it not?
Small bean.
Worry not, Massa Winwhistle. I will see to it that my lord remains focused on the task at hand and does not let his emotions lead him to enter into any potentially disadvantageous agreements. We shall be in touch at a later juncture.
Anna Roy got puberty.
Till next time, old boy. I do believe there is a banquet I should be attending.
I suppose even foppery can serve a purpose on rare occasions. Though, needless to say, I could have handled the negotiations just as well without that fool's meddling. On the bright side, we can at long last, take our leave of this blasted desert. Lord Francel was at some tavern called the Quicksand, yes? Let us tell him the deed is done and be on our way.
All right.
I didn't know they were meant to be a child.
Yeah, they're a child, but they are kind of his assistant, or...
Why is there a random child? Welcome back, Kat, and Lord Charlemagne. May I ask if your negotiations bore fruit? Lord Manolane came to your aid, you say? Splendid. His knack for befriending influential personages never ceases to amaze me.
It would seem he's found his calling, or he asked if you could put in a good word with Lady Lynette. No, it seems we're not harassing Lady Lynette. Putting in a good word.
That's right. Francel would be doing that. Indeed. I must say, I'm rather impressed to hear that he's making an effort to put his natural proclivity for mingling and merriment to use for a worthwhile cause, though I cannot help but be dubious as to what truly motivates him. At any rate, it is clear that he has done us a great service today, and with the ever-diligent young Honoroy at his side to keep him honest, I dare say we have little to worry about. I must thank you, too, for your efforts, Lord Charlemagne. If you had not thought to flag down that information monger, we might still be searching aimlessly in the streets. I most humbly ask that you lend your prodigious skills to us at our next destination as well. Do you not agree, Kat?
All right. We did it. A parley with pirates. Francel has his eyes set on your next and final destination. Oh, shit.
Are you ready to take to the road again, Kat? Our final destination awaits us. Limsa Luminsa.
If we must. Though, if you truly expect to find a reliable trading partner in that den of pirates and ruffians, you are even more a fool than I thought.
Believe me, Lord Charlemagne, when I say that I bear no love for barbarous outlaws. That said, by all accounts, things have changed much in the years since Admiral Blowme has rose to power.
Okay.
Was that not? Did I get it wrong?
I have spoken of my son's disappearance to you in the past, have I not? If by chance you have forgotten, it was those accursed pirates who took him from me, and for that I will never forgive them. It was 20 long years ago. He was a boy of great promise, possessed of a curious mind and a burning desire to see the world. Then a murderous band of sea reavers raided his vessel, and just like that, he was gone. To this day, the rumors reach my ears. That he rots in a jail deep beneath the city, or that someone resembling him has been seen wandering the streets. As his father, I want to believe he still lives somewhere, but there is only so long a man can... Did you not look for him? What I mean to say is I would not trust a pirate half as far as I could throw him. They are the scourge of our realm and my house, and I will have nothing to do with them. Ooh.
You have my most heartfelt sympathies for the loss of your son, Lord Charlemagne. By no means do I wish to open old wounds and stir up painful memories. Pray, return to Ishgard ahead of us. Kat and I shall handle matters from here.
War flashbacks.
No, I will accompany you, regardless of what happened. Nay, precisely because of it. I will not shirk my duty as Lord of House Durendare. I will march into that wretched hive of murder and villainy and seize from it a new age of prosperity for my house as due retribution for all they have taken from me.
If that is what you wish, my lord, let us be on our way. My preliminary research has led me to conclude that the area known as Bulwark Hall, a stone's throw from the airship landing, would make for a suitable place to commence our efforts.
Admiral what?
Did I say it wrong?
Admiral Blowme.
The fury take me. How can all these people abide that God's awful stench of salt and brine in the air? Let us conclude our business swiftly and take our leave of this place. Lord Francel, I trust that your research has enlightened you as to where we might find a suitable trading partner.
Indeed it has, Lord Charlemagne. I have read that all goods incoming and outgoing must pass inspection at a place called Mialvan's Gate. No doubt that would be a productive place to begin our inquiry.
I see. Very well then, let us be off to this Melvin's Gate, or whatever the place was called.
Perhaps it is but wishful thinking on my part, but would you not say Lord Charlemagne has softened some since we arrived here in Limsa? Why, he even waited for me to complete a full utterance before dashing off. Could it be that we have earned his trust?
Press X. X to doubt.
You are employed here, yes? My companions and I hail from Ishgard, and we have come to Limsa to discuss matters of trade.
Then you've most definitely come to the right place. Many inquiries you may have regarding duties, tariffs, prohibited goods, and what have ye. I or one of my fellow assessors would be more than happy to enlighten ye.
I see. To be precise, we seek to introduce wares from our nation to our homeland, where we believe such items would be in demand. Might you be able to recommend to us a trader dealing in such wares?
Aye, but of course. Why didn't you say so sooner, my good man? In that case, you'll be wanting to talk to one of the 3 great pirate powers here in town.
Pirates?
Aye, of course, since the signing of the Gladian Accord, Galadian, probably, they're more of an official sanctioned agency, raiding the Garleans at the Admiral's behest, taking part in honest trade and the like. Least that much can be said of the sanguine sirens and the krakens. The bloody executioners are a whole nother matter. So I'd recommend you limit any dealing and negotiation you feel like partaking into the former 2. I reckon the sanguine? Is that? I don't know. Sirens would be as good to a start as any, as they've known to be a bit more welcoming to outsiders like yourself. You'll find them over in the tavern known as the Missing Member, if you're up for a parley.
Missing member.
Yes, I do believe I've heard enough. Thank you for your time and good day. I can scarce believe it has come to this, but I suppose we have no recourse. Well, Lord Francel, I trust you know the way to this missing member.
Missing what now? Alright.
Everyone is here, yes? Then let us be on our way.
Okay.
By the Fury. Why, it's a veritable haven of pirate wenches.
Wow.
But I will not back down from this challenge. Watch closely, Lord Francel, and let me show you how a deal is made.
Greetings, and welcome to the Missing Member. Do you have a reservation, sir?
I do not. I have come from Ishgard to discuss matters of trade with the captain of the esteemed sanguine sirens, and I was told I might find her here.
You were you? Why, yes, I suppose you might. Make yourself comfortable and I'll go let the captain know that she's got a new visitor.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's this girl. I want to say I gave her Lotta.
The elves you want, Drylanders. State your business quick, and you'd best hope it's worth my while. Else me sirens will see you gutted and sleeping with the fishes before you know what cuffed you.
Pray stay your hand, my lady. I only meant to consult with you on a potential business proposition that might prove, mutually beneficial. I hail from the nation of Ishgard, and I, do believe that your fine wares would be most highly sought after in our nation.
Ishgard? You may be daft to think any pirate in a right mind would have...
Oh my god. I'm so bad at pirate talk.
You must be daft to think any pirate in her right mind would have even half a mind to set foot in some bleeding snow-swept wasteland in the edge of the world. You must have me confused with that puffy-shirted captain of the Krakens, or someone else who's got more swagger than sense. Now get out of my sight before I cut your blabbering tongue and toss it into tonight's stew.
1,000 pardons, my lady. I shall take my leave anon and seek out the krakens in which you speak, with whom you speak. I thank you for your kindness and wish you and your sirens all the...
I said get out of my... Wait a bleeding minute. Why does that self-righteous face of yours seem so bloody familiar? Never mind. I have bigger fish to gut. Now be gone from here, or you'll be joining them.
If I were you, I'd be taking her advice to heart. You'll find the krakens at the 7th Sage, just past here and beyond the Drowning Wench. I do hope your parley there proves more fruitful.
All right.
Papaya, papaya, papaya.
Oh.
Welcome to the 7th Sage. Would you care to peruse our diverse array of exotic herbs and spices?
Pardon me, my good lady. I am Charlemagne of the House Durandare, and I have traveled to your fair nation from Ishgard. Might you or any of your colleagues perchance be interested in selling your fine spices in my homeland? I can assure you that many of my countrymen would be willing to pay a handsome price for them.
Durandare, did you say? My sincere apologies, good sir, but in accordance with, company policy, we are not entering into partnerships with parties from the Holy See at this time.
No parties from the Holy See? What insular closed-minded nonsense is...
Coming from you?
What I meant to say was, we are prepared to make an arrangement most appetizing to you. As appetizing as salted harbor herring, one might say. To wit, our astrologers have devised a method to accurately gauge one's present location, and bearing regardless of the season. A technique which I do believe would be most beneficial to esteemed privateers such as yourselves.
To think the old man would be willing to reveal a treasured house secret to outsiders. Dastardly, despicable pirates, no less. Perhaps there's hope for Ishgard yet.
Pray excuse me for the moment. Captain? Why, yes, worry not. I was just about to bid our guest farewell, as per your explicit orders not to... What's that? Are you certain? I see. I'll convey the message then. Forgive me for my hasty decision. The captain says he will entertain your proposition, but on one condition. He will only speak to the adventurer here.
I see. In that case, I have little choice. Kat, was it? I have done little to deserve your charity, but I would ask you this one favor. Might I entrust the negotiations to you?
Very well then, if you would come this way. Captain Carvalane of the Krakens awaits you atop the stairs. One more thing. You are by no means to speak his name, nor describe his face to anyone from Ishgard, or he will personally have you keel-hauled. No hard feelings, of course.
Bitch, do you know who I am?
What's keelhauled? Okay.
My associate has apprised me of the situation. So this delegation from the sea wishes to establish trade relations with us, do they? The Ishgardians, consumed only with their petty war, living out their days in that gloomy, frigid land devoid of passion or imagination. Just thinking back to my dreary days in that miserable place is enough to make me ill. But with the war's end, it would appear that a new wind blows in my homeland. While I am not so naive to assume that they have left their past entirely behind, I will trust that the sea's desire to change, as well as that of the man who has come to me on their behalf, is sincere. Anything to keep that most fearsome Lalafellan acquaintance of yours from making things difficult for me.
Is he talking about Tataru? Because that sounds like he's talking about Tataru.
Gerald, the document. This here is an agreement consenting to the formal commencement of trade between the Krakens and House Durandare of Ishgard. It is in Gerald's name and marked with our official seal to authorize the transaction. I would appreciate if you could deliver this to the Count de Durandare on my behalf.
Are you quite sure about this, Captain?
Let us be thankful for that adventurer showing up when he did. If that man had forced his way to my office, I shudder to think of what might have ensued. 'Tis strange, though, for long years the mere sight of the man's face filled me with loathing. But seeing it again now, I feel only this odd sense of nostalgia. And yet I dare not entertain the thought of doing anything more. It would only serve to undo all I have accomplished. No, I have no mind to give up my freedom for whatever I might gain in its place. Yes, this will do.
Can anyone guess what Carvelane has anything to do with Ishgard?
That's right. They were roommates.
Ew! No, no! No, 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 no. No, no. No. No, no. No. No.
Are you telling me they didn't live together?
They did, but not because that.
Well, all I said was roommates.
Okay, anyway, so Charlemagne has very fucking white eyes. He has darker skin. And red hair. Carvelane, come back. Carvelane, the whitest eyes, red hair that you can barely see because the sun's not out, and he has darker skin, but... What's wrong with being roommates? I don't get it. They're father and son. This is the son that went missing from the pirates, probably. Because Carvelane was talking about how his son went missing and was taken by pirates, but really Carvelane just fucking ran away because he hated Ishgard.
Well, do you have anything to show for your efforts?
I have the signed contract by not the captain, but it's good enough.
Why, this is more than I dared to hope we would achieve. However did you manage this?
Your passionate plea won him over. He chose to believe in Ishgard's future, or I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. I'd say he chose to believe in Ishgard's future, which is true.
He did. Pirate or no, this man clearly has done his research on our great nation, and I commend him for his wisdom and prescience?
Yep.
At any rate, I have finally accomplished that which I sought to in Tali, here in Eorzea, and can finally return to Ishgard in triumph, as befitting the lord of the highest of houses.
I'm in your debt, Lord Charlemagne, and you, Cat. With this, the day that the finest goods from the realm over are traded freely in the markets of Featherfall is all but upon us.
All right. Yay!
Papaya.
Papaya. I don't think we're close enough, thank God. May Featherfall flourish. Francel's ready to make a triumphant return home.
And, Lord Charlemagne, I must thank you once more for accompanying me on this journey. Owing to your tireless efforts, our mission has succeeded beyond my loftiest expectations.
And you expect any less of me? At any rate, I do believe it is past time that we return home. There are preparations that must be seen to, yes?
But of course. Speaking of which, I've been giving considerable thought as to how we might best organize our new commercial district. To that end, I would be most grateful if the two of you would visit the location and share your thoughts upon our return.
My time is valuable, as you may imagine, but I suppose I can spare a moment or two to lend my expertise.
Is most appreciated, my lord. In that case, let us each attend to any unresolved matters we may have here, then reconvene back in the Firmament at our earliest opportunity. Travel in safety, my friends.
Can do. All right. Bang. Oop.
Oh, that stained glass, though.
It's but a short walk from here to the Featherfall commercial district. Allow me to show the way.
I must give credit where credit is due, Lord Francel. This place is almost beginning to look halfway habitable.
Francel, we were wondering if you'd ever come home. Oh.
My brothers, and you too, sister. How wonderful it is to see you all again. But you simply must hear the news.
I never knew that the guy on the left was related to Francel. But I was right
Didn't
that
tell?
Lania... No? And Lania is his sister, which I was pretty sure about. For those that don't know, the guy on the left is the one that you start the machinist quests with.
It's obvious. Look at the ears. They've all got pointy ears.
I'll be Lania. If they talk.
Orvale and Fonsreno apprised us just now. Why, if even half of what we have heard is true, it would appear your excursion abroad has proved most fruitful.
The name Stavinian is really fun.
And this off the back of the Diadem's designation as the official gathering grounds for the Restoration. Without you to extol its potential to our leaders, I doubt we would have received the necessary approval and funding.
You do Ishgard a great service, Francel. As your sister, I could not be more proud.
My dearest siblings, you flatter me overmuch. Why, I could not have hoped to accomplish even a fraction of this without the expertise and influence of my esteemed companions.
Of that, I have no doubt. Master Wenwisiv, as you so selflessly served Ishgard during the war, you continue to go above and beyond in this era of peace. I have not the words to express my gratitude. And my most honorable Lord Charlemagne, pray accept my humble gratitude for accompanying my impulsive little brother on his travels, and for opening his horizons with your vast experience and worldly wisdom.
Yes. I can only hope the boy gained something from my presence.
Francel, we're not here to simply shower you with praise. Oh, we were hoping that we might lend our aid to your efforts in a more tangible fashion.
Indeed. After all, it would not do for the goods to flow only in one direction, while the coin flows in the other, no?
Allow me to be more direct. The Sky Steel Manufactory has recently opened a new branch in Featherfall, yes? I've a mind to spend some time there myself, overseeing repair and maintenance orders, putting wares on display for potential sale to buyers from the realm over, and so on and so forth.
Meanwhile, Orvale and I have discussed the matter at length.
and we suspect that traders from far-off lands might show quite an interest in the abundant natural resources harvested from the diadem and the Sea of Clouds.
I have no words. Your assistance in the reconstruction effort would mean the world to me.
Aww. Charlemagne's having a crisis.
The sons and daughters of House Halinar. Mayhap I misjudged them. Mocked and branded as heretics by the highborn and the common folk alike, forced to suffer the loss of kin, friends, and fellow loyal followers alike over years of bloody war. Still they forged ahead to build a brighter future for our nation. For so long, I thought them too earnest and agreeable for their own good. But perhaps that artless hope and enthusiasm is precisely what Ishgard needs in this new age. Would that my own son could be here as well. That he, too, could be among those leading the effort to transform our society for the generations to come. Strange, is it not? Somehow, I am more certain than ever that he is alive somewhere in this world, and doing great things in his own right. Mayhap one day he will return to me, and mayhap not. Either way, the decision is his, and his alone to make. For so long I clung to the past, fearing that there was no place for me in this new age of openness, enlightenment, and change. But the truth is clear to me now. This is a world we live in now, and we must all adapt or be left behind. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. And the passionate, capable young men and women around me will show me the way. Aww, Boomer's learning. I'm gonna cry. It's fine.
My sincere apologies, Kat, Lord Charlemagne. It seems my siblings and I got somewhat carried away in conversation. If you are ready, it would be my pleasure to escort you to Featherfall.
Charlemagne. Oh.
Lord Charlemagne, over here.
I did not imagine that your preparations were proceeding so briskly, Lord Francel. One might wonder if they were not proceeding too hastily. Yet, at the same time, one cannot help but be impressed.
You are too kind, my lord. I am pleased to say that the Featherfall markets are nigh ready to open. Truly, we could not have accomplished this without you. Nor you, Kat, nor my dear siblings, my associates, and all in Ishgard and the three nations who have expended efforts on our behalf. Without all of you, my loftiest dreams to rebuild the firmament would have gone for naught. Thank you, my friends. I will not forget your kindness and generosity for the rest of my days.
Nay, 'tis I who owes you thanks, Lord Francel. Traveling with you has done much to open my eyes, and I am not too prideful to admit it.
Honestly, could have fooled me in the beginning.
If I hope to lead House Durandare into a new age of prosperity, there is much I must yet learn about the world outside Ishgard. A world to which I have been blind for far too long. In return for helping me to learn this lesson, allow me to offer you some parting advice. You have accomplished much here already, but do not rest on your laurels, for the greatest challenges are yet to come.
Thank you, my lord. Pray rest assured that I have no intention of shirking my duties. As more and more people flock to the firmament to hawk their wares and ply their trades, my ability to manage affairs here will be tested like never before.
They will indeed. And yet I suspect you are up to the task. Still, should you ever find yourself over your head, do not hesitate to call upon House Sterndare. And with that, I should be off. Kat, might you have a moment to spare afterwards? There is a matter on which I would seek your counsel.
I too should be getting back to the many tasks at hand. Till we meet again, my friends.
I actually would not have minded if the lad remained with us a while longer, but ah well. In any event, the matter I would discuss with you concerns the broom. If you are not otherwise occupied, I should very much like to hear your thoughts.
Okay. I've got thoughts. Hey, Featherfall Rising. Is that completing the firmament? Okay, well, that told me nothing. Thank you for that. Hold on. Let me see. Featherfall Rising. Oh my god. This is going to take the rest of the stream.